Hey, I'm Casey with Insanity on a Bun, and we're here for
Question time.
Hi, welcome to the very first question time on the Sandy on a Bun Extras. So, nobody asked us any questions on Twitter, and nobody asked us any questions on Facebook.
Why are we even here? This is stupid.
Well, probably nobody asked us any questions on Facebook because most of the people that liked us on Facebook we know in real life, so they've either asked us this in real life or they know something.
They get it.
What's
just heard of?
7 people did ask us questions on YouTube though.
Really?
Within 7 days. So that's like a question a day, except for I looked at when they were left, and they were pretty much all left in the same day. So whatever. You know what? At least somebody's blessed. What do you think this is? Mother's Day by Baratza Beretta?
It's not.
So we'll start them off. First question. Miniman12793 said, "What happened to the gun props video?" Now, I'm assuming you're talking about the one where we tell you how to make gun props. That was on this channel, and let's just say it's not here anymore. And then the gun props video, which is our newest video for 2012 on the main channel, talking about our new gun props, is still there. Anyway, next. The 7th Snivy asked first, how old were you guys when you had your first crush, and who, if it's not too personal? To be completely honest, I don't even know who my first crush was.
As far back as I can remember, it was in vacation Bible school when I was like 3. It was this girl named Bailey. I have no idea. No. It was Brooke. Yeah,
I
it was
remember
Brooke.
that. I was one of his teachers.
I have no idea what her last name was. I mean, it's probably a good thing, but yeah.
Okay, and then the rest of the guys, they probably don't remember either. And you
they're
were
not
probably
here,
sure
so-
that this was kind of limited to me and Wes asking, since it's just easier, and Jacob and Lucas live in Reading, and Justin and Aaron, we'd have to organize something to get us all together. Disease Expert 360. I thought your name said Degency Expert for anyone that plays Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Okay, whatever. You asked, what college are you currently attending? I'm currently attending a community college in Sacramento, California called CRC. It's not really called Cosumnes River College. And they have a good TV program and video program. Mostly TV, but I'm using it to build my network and meet people and stuff. So that's pretty much what I've been doing for now.
Also, in response to that question, I'm currently attending Stanford University with a GPA.
You also asked, what is your grade point average? It's like a 3 point something. I honestly don't know. And this little genius has a
Cumulative or this
cumulative.
like 4.06 or something.
Yeah, because he takes honors classes and he's getting like all A's, which is really smart because I didn't do that in high school. The Ligton King. You asked, okay, first off, your name is spelled the Ligton King. I don't know if you have like some secret gang called Lig 10 or something,
Or if that's
or if you wanted the username the Lightning King, and it was taken, and then the Lightning King was taken, and then the Lightning with the H out was taken, and then the Lightning with the extra N was taken, or you didn't spell lightning right.
Right.
Did
you get that accent?
You asked, so what's it like doing these videos?
Watch our extras, that's what it's like.
That's pretty much what it's like, minus the disagreements that every team has, which you would know if you've ever been on a team. Pretty much, a few of us will start the writing process. And
usually over cereal very late at night.
Yes,
so
we always start.
everything is extremely funny to us at 2 in the morning when we're eating cereal.
And then the next day, we're pitching ideas while cramming down Frosted Maywe's or
I hate those
Rice
things.
Krispies or something. And then in the morning we'll look over. That's not always the writing process. That's usually on our bigger ones. On the Rogue Armadillos and our newest one that we shot, those two had almost the exact same writing process. That was Lucas came down for a little bit because he lives in Reading, 3 hours north of us, so we don't see Jacob and Lucas all the time. That's honestly a lot of the reason we don't make videos a lot. But me and Wes, on the Rogue Armadillos and the newest one we shot, which you'll see pretty soon. It was actually, my hard drive just almost crashed the other day, which if you knew from back in the day, my other hard drive crashed, So it was a huge problem. There are seagulls. They better
No,
not
those
poop
are
on my
geese.
camera.
They're honking.
Whatever.
Seagulls don't honk.
Okay, so basically, those ones started with me and Wes writing an intro. Wes came up with most of the intro.
What I'm good for in the writing process usually is coming up with the beginning. And then I get this guy rolling, and then he can't stop, and he starts filling the entire thing out.
And I'll start going at, and like the Rogue Armadillos and this newest one we did, they had the same writing process where me and Wes started. Wes mainly started it. I started going off that idea. He went out and hung out with somebody else. Lucas came in, and me and Lucas just went at the script and wrote the whole script out.
That's pretty much how it works. I start the ball rolling, I push it off the hill, and then him and whoever.
That was on the demise of the Rogue Armadillos and our newest one, which I'm not going to tell you the name of yet. I mean, we're not the only ones who've written this stuff. Usually it's just one of us has an idea and we'll write it out, or one of us or two of us will write it out. That's just, usually we'll just sit down, get a writing session going, we'll make a skeleton, which is basic plot structure, and then fill it up with jokes. Okay, and then we film it, and I'm the guy that usually films. Every once in a while somebody else films a shot or two. And then afterwards, I edit it and make the music and the visual effects and stuff. Ninetales Commander, one of our most dedicated fans, you asked Christopher, 1, what inspired you to make the Insanity on a Bun KC134 shock videos? Honestly,
SWC Productions.
Let's just keep it at that. SWC Productions a long time ago. No, let's not just keep it at that. Basically, a long time ago, like in the 70s and stuff, our parents, Jacob and Lucas's.
That was not SWC.
No, I'm talking about what inspired us in the first place. They did something, and then
that was up on KC1234 Shock for
they
a
made
while.
this movie called The Boogeyman. Actually, at the college I currently go to, because they all went to it back in the day. And they made this, and I mean, they shot it on film. That's pretty awesome. Okay, this is old school. And my uncle edited it and made music and stuff. It was really cool, because back then nobody made movies. Like, they had a premiere and everything. It was really cool. And so, I mean, no, like, average citizens just made movies for fun, but they did. So really, seeing those videos for a long time is what inspired us a lot, because our parents encouraged us pretty much. I hope the wind is not messing the sound up too much.
And the dog's barking.
And then and so me and Wes and our buddy Sam, who I'm sure you remember from the old channel, and he was on an extras video lately.
You don't scare
Sam
me,
really
Lucas.
got us inspired, and the three of us made videos a lot. Just goofy videos. I mean, usually it'd be like Sam would come over, we'd film a video and show his mom when she'd come get him, and our mom, and that was when, I mean, this is a long time ago. This is the early 2000s. It's like a decade ago.
I was like 6, 7, 8, around there.
Let's just say it's
And I'm
before the
15
days
now,
of
so.
digital tape or editing software that is very common to use.
That was when we shot and played back on VHS tapes, so.
Yeah.
That's how long ago it was,
Yeah.
back in the dinosaur times.
Yeah, pretty much. And so after that, one time we got this big idea to shoot Superman, one of our... Well, actually,
Our old
Superman's a
classics.
really old one we made in like 2002 or 2003.
Yeah.
Then we reshot it. We're like, we're going to start YouTube, because we'd heard about YouTube.
No.
This is going to be
We
a long
made
video.
Superman 1, Superman 2, Superman 3,
Superman 3 again,
and
Superman 3
again.
third time.
And
That's
then
true.
we made Superman for
And then we made
YouTube.
Superman, the first one in the series.
The
which was
30-minute one with the incredibly long Oprah opening for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, there's probably anyone watching this actually never saw it. There might be like 2 or 3 subscribers on this channel that came from the old channel that were around long enough back in the very beginning of January 2007 when it was uploaded.
Nemo -782.
Actually, he wasn't even around yet.
He wasn't?
Yeah, it was that early.
Who Killed Nemo was though.
Anyway, so I've got this idea, like we shot on mini DV tape, which was kind of new at the time, and it was like 2006, and we just got 2006 watching YouTube after that was the year it started getting big and Google bought it and stuff. So January 2007, I made a channel. The reason it was called KC1234 Shock, for anybody that wonders, is because I didn't know that was the thing your name was under. I just was making a stupid username. And I'm like, no one's going to know how to spell that. Nobody's going to remember that. And that is totally not catchy. And that's not even our production name. That's why the channel was named that. That is the only reason. Superman was uploaded in January 2007, which is our very first video on YouTube, which is the very first time I ever experimented with the editing program. It was like, I'm like, guys, I'm going to try to edit this. I was like, okay. So I was like the designated editor, had no idea what I was doing. I started messing
You
around
had no
with
idea what you got yourself into.
Yeah, I learned how to... I learned how to make that program crash,
Direct
which is
edit.
all Windows Movie Maker is good for. So it's a piece of crap program. Never use it because you're going to regret it and you're going to throw your computer out the window and it's going to end up being a huge financial investment and you didn't plan on it. So that's when I became a save freak because I learned that if you save a lot of times, then when you crash, it's no big deal. You just like, oh, and you open it back up. That's what I became after I totally ditched that program, never used it again. And I'm a total save freak. I'm totally OCD about it, and I don't. It's not good. But I probably save over 9,000 times a project, and that wasn't just a reference. If you're on a PC, it's easy. You go Control S, and it becomes this easy like a pinky finger pointer roll move. And if you're on a Mac, it's Command S, so it's a thumb finger pointer roll move. So you're just like Command S, or Control S. So now you have no excuse to lose your project because I taught you the fastest way to save ever.
Why are you feeding these people misinformation? I highly disagree with both of those statements. Windows Movie Maker is a great program for editing. It was used for Inception, Avengers, Toy Story 3.
This guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Obviously I do, because my computer's the one that's still and also with the saving. I don't know why he's telling you guys to save, because each time you press Control S, it uses a fraction of your RAM on your computer.
You can just download more RAM. Of downloadfreeram.com.
I thought this was my act. I'm leaving.
Ninetales Commander, your
second question was, what software is used to make your videos? And it is called Sony Acid Music Studio. You can get Sony Acid Pro, but Sony Acid Music Studio, and it's not a drug, it's a program. It's cheaper, and then you can buy loops off SonyCreativeSoftware.com's loop section. So you buy loop libraries, and then people think it's so easy, but honestly, you just gotta like make it work for your video. So you have to evoke a feel, and so making music is actually it's kind of a hard process, but you learn to do it, and it gets easier the more you do it, and it gets a little more. You get more used to the science of it. So, but Sony Acid is the program I use to make music. Zephyr NX9, you asked, would you rather eat a pineapple whole or a banana whole, including peel, leaves, etc.? Considering the fact that banana peels are poisonous and pineapples are covered in spikes, I'd go with the pineapple.
Also, the banana peel takes like really long to biodegrade too, so.
Polar to pie. You asked, how long have you been on YouTube? Since January 2007 and on the new channel since December 2010. Then you asked, what inspires you to make videos? Honestly,
when people actually watch them,
yeah, honestly, when
and
people watch
comment
them,
on them,
because there's nothing more discouraging than making a video and it gets like no comments and no views, because it's like, okay, I didn't just record myself in one shot. I'm not talking about the extras. The extras I don't put a lot of effort into. I'm talking about the main channel where I put tons of hours of effort into it. When they don't get a ton of views,
that's just really discouraging.
It's discouraging. So,
but
honestly,
yeah.
to make videos, it's just people watching them. That's it. And then when we see things like, if you're talking about inspired to write, it's usually, back in the day we used to think of one joke and then base a whole story off of it. Like,
looks like
way back in the
is
day,
still doing that.
Yeah, way back in the day, hygiene was. I thought of this joke to smash Lucas's head with a washing machine. I thought it was hilarious, and the whole video was based off of that. So there's an example. But nowadays, it's like we just try to think of a skeleton plot and then fill it up with jokes and dialogue. And we just get inspired by, honestly, something that will happen either in real life. Like, we'll see something and it sparks, like, a random idea to think of some fictional story. Or back in the day, like Rogue Armadillos, that was all inspired by watching Chrono Trigger by Freddie W. Because we found out about him. It was like 2 months after they really started YouTube, and that was before we met them. But yeah.
It was right when that video came out.
Your third question is, do you like ducks? Ducks are my favorite animals. Yeah, I like ducks. I don't like when girls make duck faces, but I like ducks.
Oh, goodness. Girls, if any of you ever end up for some reason watching this video, no guy on earth likes the duck face.
And it's obviously just to distract from the attention. You're trying to be more showy. We're moving back to the seventh Snivy because we realized we skipped 2 of your questions. You said favorite sports teams. I know for a fact Aaron's favorite sports team is the San Francisco Giants with baseball. He's been obsessed with them forever. Justin likes a lot of tennis. What's her name? Maria Sharapova. Mariah Sharapova. I think that's his favorite tennis athlete. And then, and he also likes the Giants. And then honestly, me, Jacob, Lucas, and Wes, we don't really watch any sports.
Don't follow any sports. Don't really care.
We don't care. We just root for whatever team's winning when we watch sports.
I usually root for the guys who are wearing green.
Yeah.
Because I like green.
Your third question was, Louis Armstrong's "What a Wonderful World" is a great sing, isn't? I'm guessing you meant song. Yeah, it's a good song. It's like one of our dad's favorite songs.
Yeah.
And your last question, which is the last question of this session, and yes, it has been a long session, but it's because we're trying to be as thorough with our answering as possible because you guys want to know these. And the whole point was the answerings were too long for comments to reply, so this makes sense. And we'll do more of these if you guys want more of them. If you don't, then that's sad. You said, how long does it take to make a film for you guys? If you're talking about the actual filming process, it's usually about 2 days.
That's short. That's for shorts.
Shorts usually
If
takes
you're
about 2
talking
days
like
shooting.
Demise of the Rogue Armadillo's length,
It's usually about 3 or 4 days of shooting, sometimes more. This last one that we've made that hasn't gone up yet took 7 days of shooting.
as well as when Christmas trees attacked, that was like a
Oh yeah, that
4-day shoot.
was a long day. That was a long time of shoot. And
That is the end.
And then the editing takes a long time in visual effects, but that always varies. People always ask, how many hours does it take to edit this?
Who knows?
I couldn't tell you. It takes me weeks, but it's I some days I'll edit for 20 minutes, some days I'll edit for 4 hours, some days I won't edit anything. So I really honestly I don't sit there with a time clock and go. Some people think about it really technically like that, and if you're gonna think about your project when you're editing really technically, like I'm gonna spend 3 hours editing this,
You're not
it's not gonna look
no,
very good because you just gotta do it till it looks good. So there's all the question answers, and
keep asking them. You'll get more content like this if you like it.
If you ask more questions, we'll answer them.
If you ask for more sarcasm, give you more sarcasm.
This video is probably pretty long.
Ask for more explosions, give you more explosions.
Hey, that's more work for me. Hey. Plus, we highly recommend going seeing the Avengers because it's really good.